Good evening, everybody. How's it going? It's me, Comic Crack, and just a short one today, or tonight rather. Just talk about some of the things I picked up. So I sold. If you were around last night, we had a look through the Erie Publications collection of covers. I sold my magazines today to a friend of mine, Dan, at Mad Cat Comics. I've talked about him many times before. He bought the whole stack from me. Really appreciate that, Dan. So a little bit of redistribution of wealth took place today in the city as I went to a couple of spots and bought some stuff. These two Puma Blues he had in his bins at his booth at the flea market. And he was kind enough to just, I think they were in the 50-cent bin, I think. So he was kind enough just to throw these in as well for me. He had about 6 issues, but these were the only 2. Hey, Colin, I'm glad you're here. You won't believe what's coming. Wait until you see this stack of books, man. Get your pen and paper at the ready. So out of the 6 issues that he had, these were the only 2 that I needed. So very, very slowly chipping away at Puma Blues. It's great. Again, this seeing this stuff, all this back matter is fantastic. But there's the Zuli pages there. So yeah, what is that? Number 11 and number 18. Yeah, slowly but surely. Our local bookstore, Winnipeg, owned and operated and originated McNally Robinson, easily the best bookstore in town by a long shot. They've got a really great graphic novel section. They have a ton of manga, and I've every time we go in, I take some photos of some books that really catch my eye. I don't always get there. Lately, I've gone more than I have in like the past couple of years. So I was glad to see that the Golden Age books 1 and 2 were still there. I only bought one of them because I wanted to pick this one up too. But this was on a list. And then I think, Colin, I think you showed off volume 2 in one of your videos. This one stood out to me the first time I saw it with this gorgeous, gorgeous illustration and art here in this one. Roxanne Morel and Cyril Pedrosa. Stunning stuff. Let's have a look here. I love, as I was flipping through this one when I got home, I love the color choices for certain sections of the book. But it's really lovely looking stuff. I wonder if I can magically find that one page. There's some kind of really nice abstraction going on in here too. With the figures and the forms, this real fluidness to it, but just the posing of the horses and things. There's a lot of really fun stuff going on here. Oh, look at that. I did magically. And then you get pages like this, which is stunning to my eye. I'm in love with this stuff. I love that fire, the figures in the background there, and really beautiful. I'm very excited about this one. I'm going to try to sit and read this one tonight. We're planning to do the chat tomorrow. I haven't read a lot. I don't think Ross has read a lot. I think we're doing it on Ross's channel as well too. So I'd like to get this read before the show to talk about it in more detail. Beautiful. Like, look at this lighting here. Gorgeous, really gorgeous. So that's Golden Age book 1. And then this just caught my attention because it's from Ablaze. Ghost 111, I'm guessing. There's your creators there. And does it say? I'm trying something different with the lighting here tonight to try to cut down on some of that glare. 2022. Okay, so this is new. It's winner of the Angoulême 2021 Faux Polaire SNCF prize for best thriller. A model father but unemployed, Goran Stanovic accepts a shady job, gets arrested, and has no other choice but to collaborate by becoming an informant. Stuck between thugs and the police in a world of manipulation, Goran will have to play a perilous double game to get out of it. It's as much a gripping thriller as a dizzying dive into the unknown world of police informants. Hello, Werewolf by lunchtime. Holy shit, long time no see, man. Nice to see you. One of the art is pretty good. It's a little basic. It doesn't jump off the page at me, but I have a feeling I'm hopeful that the story is going to draw me in. It's an intriguing concept, crime, thriller, all that stuff. So the paper is beautiful. Not quite newsprint, but it's closer to that end of things than kind of the gloss, and even the smell of the paper. It has more of a pulpy smell to it. So it really helps the colors kind of sit on the pages. Assuming that's our main character there. So like I said, the art isn't horrible by any stretch. It doesn't draw me in quite like the previous book, but I'm looking forward to giving this a try. And again, for me, Ablaze, I'm always willing to give Ablaze a try. Support these guys. So there you go. Watching, yeah, I apologize. That's how I feel watching everybody's videos. There's just too much stuff out there. So now, brace yourselves. Now we get into it. So cover to cover, fantastic local shop. His back issue bins are incredible. It's the place to go to for me, to go to in town, to just dig through bin after bin after bin after bin of indie and small press stuff from the 80s and 90s. So I went because I had some new editions on my list on my phone of comics from that era. I decided to go and have a dig to see if I could find any of them. I don't think I found some things from my list, but I found a bunch of surprises. With those bins, I'm not the smallest, most in shape dude. So crouching down on the ground and pulling out those bins, I can only do it for so long. I always have the intention of I'm going to go through all of the bins and really flip through stuff and really have a good look in there. That lasts a few bins before I just revert back to the list and then jump to the sections and try to dig there for about an hour. It's a place, you had kind of joked about it in the past, Colin, of looking into a trip to come here. If you ever did make it to my end of the world, that would be the first place that I would take you. I think you would love those back issue bins. They're just chock full of good shit. So let's get into it, and let's start strong. Tales of the Techno Mutant Warriors from Aircell Publications. This is going to be the problem with the lighting for me to see stuff. This is from Owen Sound, Ontario, here in Canada, from 1988. This the cover grabbed me right away. The title grabbed me right away, and then I flipped over to the back cover, and I was extremely horrified and intrigued, and wasn't really sure what the fuck I was looking at. I couldn't tell if that was another leg, if this was some sort of Spider Woman, but it looks like she's riding some sort of fucking slug from Dune or something, covered in hair. Hello, GV. And then into the inside back cover, and you're met with this. And I was in love instantly. This is an outstanding book. I think this was $1.50 or something like that. So pretty easy to say yes to it just based on the cover. But I mean, get a load of this shit in here. This is unbelievable stuff. So I haven't dug into any of the history on any of these books yet. My son and I went to the local art house theater tonight to see a double feature of David Cronenberg. So this is the first I'm sitting and really looking through these. I'm so excited about this. This looks fucking stunning. Ray Dell and Bill Cooper are the artists, the creators. I don't think there was any official. Oh, there we go. Writer, pencils, inking, lettering. Ray Dell, Bill Cooper. There you go. There's their credits. Beautiful stuff. A face a mother could love. A couple of there was Eros and there was Fanta Graphics stuff. A couple of Eros things. I think the other Eros stuff that was there, I already had. There's never really a lot of Eros, but this is one that I'd never seen before. Or I've seen it there before. I guess it didn't register that it was Eros. Weird Burlesque is what it's called. Written and drawn by Stephen Holman, I think that says. Get the children around the screens, everybody. We got boobs. So yeah, looks entertaining enough. Looks like an Eros comic. So there you go. Looks like fun stuff. And then there was some Fanta Graphics, but one of the things that took me by surprise, Roberta Gregory's artistic licentiousness. I've never heard of this. Obviously, I know Roberta Gregory from Naughty Bits and working at Fanta Graphics. We've talked about her before on our weekend chat, but I don't know about this one. So this is Starhead Comics. Yeah, that says Starhead Comics. Just a bit of a different logo than the other Starhead that I have. What year was this one? 1991 for this one. I'm curious to check this one out. The story jumps in right on the inside cover, and I think it doesn't let up until the inside back cover. He had a second issue of this, but this one was about like a $4 book. So I already had a hefty stack of like $1.50 and $2 books. I didn't want to grab the second one just yet. Sometimes I make weird decisions like that, and I don't quite understand why. If there's only 2 issues, I probably should have just grabbed the second one. Doesn't look like the other Roberta Gregory stuff that I have, but I trust that it's going to be entertaining because I do like her as a creator. So there you go. And he had a huge stack of Naughty Bits. I only picked up one because, again, he had this stack and they were like around the $5 range each. Yeah, I know it's tough. I remember even talking to Spiro.geek in New Zealand, and he had a hell of a time. And then when you guys try to get stuff in, the shipping is just fucking astronomical. Like, it boggles my mind. And I thought we paid shipping to get stuff across the border from the States. Nothing like he was telling me he had to pay. So here's our friend Bitchy Bitch. This is issue number 10. He had quite a stack of them, but like I said, they were just a little too pricey to pick up more. So I just figured I'd pick up a single issue. I can always go back. Maybe he'll do some trades. I've got some stuff that I can try to trade with him. Maybe he'll be down with that. Great stuff. I'm really looking forward to this one. Like I said, picking up that first issue and reading that. Laugh out loud. Fantastic. So a couple of other Fanta Graphics books. Sap Tunes. Again, stuff I haven't heard about. So Pat Moriarty is on design and art direction. And then there's 3 stories, 2 by Granger Davis and 1 by Steve Kongsel. And what year is this one? 1992, I think that says there. Yeah. He has everything in bags and boards, so I didn't flip through. But when it's Fanta Graphics, I'm willing to take a chance. It doesn't look horrible. Again, it's another one that some of the panels, some of this stuff looks pretty fun, but not really sure. He had it as a teenager. Cool. 8 Ball is getting another release soon. Free shipping from the Book Depository. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Book Depository. It's a shame that everything is owned by Amazon, but I love the Book Depository. Dr. Monkeybot, Adam, and I think it was Adam that first turned me on to that place, and it's so great. That free shipping is something else. And their prices are pretty damn good on there for the most part. So there you go, Saptoons. Another one, I didn't realize it was Fanta Graphics till I took it out of the bag and saw on the back. SOS by Mark Kalasniko. This looks pretty great on a flip through. Very curious about this, but I love the style. Again, it's that sort of Ted McKeever-esque type of thing, but I mean, look at the patterns going on here. Really nice. And the white space in the middle of all of that there. Really good pages here. I figured you'd know this creator. Yeah, really good stuff. So that was a nice one. So that's it for the Fanta Graphics. One that, it's not a total bummer. I'm a little disappointed, I have to say. So I have the Blair Witch Chronicles #1, and the art is by Guy Davis. He had issue 2 and 3 in the bins. I had a look at I just saw the first one, saw the credits, Guy Davis. I didn't look at the second one where it says Tom Fowler, and I just grabbed both of them because I was excited to have more Guy Davis. Motherfucker, this ain't Guy Davis. This is Bernie Moreau, art and letters. Nothing against Bernie Moreau, but I want Guy Davis is what I wanted. So really bummed out. So then just a total miscredit on here. I thought, well, maybe he does a backup story or something. Nope. It's Bernie Moreau through the whole thing. So not super happy with that one, but that's all right. And then this one, Tom Fowler, looks great, but it's still not Guy Davis. But nothing wrong with it. Guy Davis is a no-brainer. It's absolutely true. I just wish he actually appeared in these books. So I guess he only did the first issue, and then they had different creators come for the rest of them. Anyway, another nice surprise. I only picked up 2 books from it, but our favorite UK company, Harlequin Comics, he actually had, so it mixed in with these bins. He'll have like a section that's various caliber comics titles. He had a section, various Harrier comics titles. So yes, please, Gore, that would be fantastic. If you could get them to send a letter to Tome Press. So he had a bunch of this Conqueror series, and then he had a few of this Swiftsure. And now I'm looking at this cover, and I hope that I don't already have this one, because now I'm starting to think that I have this one already. But oh well, if I do, that's all right. So I just picked up 2 issues just to try, because I don't know this Conqueror. So I thought he had a few more of this title. So if I dig this, I will be back to pick them up. But the Harrier Comics stuff intrigues me for sure. So that was an easy sell. And then here's Swiftsure. So does this one have, yeah, this one has a couple of different stories in it. 5 different stories. Lieutenant Fulf Dandy in the Underworld, Ram Assassin with a story called The Assassin, Rock Solid Brazen Invasion Part 1, and then Codename Andromeda Chapter 1. May 1985. And yes, dandy means exactly what you think it does. There's our dandy in the underworld. Let's see what our main character looks like, shall we? Scarfed out and everything. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I realized it either, Colin. I think the covers caught me, especially that Nightbird, the infamous Nightbird. And that's all it took for me to jump on him. Yeah, see, I'm not super familiar with Dan Dare. I mean, I know the character and I've seen some stuff online. I think I had one Dan Dare comic when the Quality guys reprinted stuff. This last one looks pretty phenomenal. This is the code name Andromeda, but this looks pretty great. So yeah, I have high hopes for those two. I think this is a newer one, and I think it was Chaos and Comics that might have talked about the collection. And when he showed off some of the art, and then I looked online, I was extremely taken by this. So this is from Vault Comics. He only had the one issue, but I was glad to find it. I love the looks of this book. This will be top of the stack to read as well, maybe tonight, maybe an appetizer before getting into the graphic novel. Very, very intriguing stuff. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I think he had positive things to say. Chris, I don't know if you are watching in the future, but I'm very curious to check this out. A couple of Aircell titles. Shadow Walker. Colin, was this one that you showed off just very recently? Because Gordon Derry is the writer on this one. I feel like this is one that you just showed off the other day. And again, he had a small stack of various Aircell, and he had a lot of other titles kind of mixed in with the bins. So there you go, Soulfire. And always going to pick up Dave Cooper. This is Body Count issue number 1. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, what can I say about Cooper? This is his noodly era, and I love it. I'm really, really enjoying this era of Cooper a lot. So an easy pickup. A couple of Caliber. This is Roulette, so an anthology, Roulette number 1. This was the only issue that they had from this anthology. Lost Angel, which I have the single issue of, so I don't know if this is the same story, a different story, but there's your credits here. So Lost Angel, Kevin Van Hook, there's a Gambit, Renegade Blue, look at that, that's great title treatment there. Gaijin, that ain't bad either. Dutch Decker and the Voodoo Queen ran out of space, so just do something simple there with a Vince Locke cover. So a super thick volume here, but yeah, I mean, Caliber I'm getting more and more into, and because they're on my radar, they seem to jump out of the bins at me as I'm flipping through. There's our Wolverine zombie character. Yeah, I think that's the same cover there, Gore, from the issue as well, I'm pretty sure. And I think this was an imprint of Caliber. Jack London, Kulau the Leper. 1991, Charles Yates. Yeah, so published by Tome Press, a division of Caliber Press. Adapted by Charles Yates. Typesetting, Susan Harris. Publisher, Gary Reed. I'm digging it. I kind of like it. We'll see how it reads. Our masked hero. Almost winding up here. Just a few more things to go. One of the other things that he has is he's got a lot of prepackaged sets and things. So for $3 whole, I got Sandman Mystery Theater number 8 to number 11. So can't pass that up. He had some other bundles of Sandman Mystery Theater. He's got boxes and boxes of these bundles, and they're all dirt cheap. So there you go. So obviously he does do trade, because when you're trading stuff in, he doesn't want you to trade for these sets, I guess. So so that's a bonus. Yeah, shitty lighting. John Watkins, sorry. Yeah, so Matt Wagner and John Watkins on that one there. Anyway, so it's perfect because I have from issues number 2 to 7 that I've read. So now I can kind of continue on with the few more there. Horrible title for a book, God the Dyslexic Dog, but featuring the art of Alex Nino. I follow him on Instagram. Yeah, I love buying sets as well too. I didn't have a really good dig through those. I didn't spend too much time digging through those boxes. We were on kind of a time crunch and we had to leave. But there's always something gold. I usually start in those bins with my list with the new titles just to see if he happens to have a bundle of them. So I follow Alex Nino on Instagram, and watching this man draw, because he'll do videos where he draws, and seeing his kind of technique of using one line, wrapping and winding around figures, and something just magically appears on a page is just so enjoyable to watch. This is almost like he's channeling a little bit of P. Craig Russell in some of these pages here. I love his stuff. I browse his site every once in a while and look at the paintings that he sells. They're expensive as all shit, but they're fucking beautiful. So I've been looking lately at some of his illustrations, like his pages that he'll sell. And there's a couple that have really caught my eye. So I may have to spring for something. Yeah, he just won an award at a convention. Honestly, I sort of didn't pay attention to those details. It's not really my thing. It's nice that people get awards. I don't follow that stuff, so I'm unsure of what the award was. But yeah, it's beautiful. He's the best, man. He's really, really great. Last 3 books here. Saved a couple of intriguing ones for last. From something called Taliesin Press, I guess. Starchild, I think that says. Not the most appealing cover, but it was appealing enough to pick it up, because I think this was another one that was $1 or $1.50 or something like that. And it's a #1 collector's item classic, so I'm gonna get it graded. I'm hoping it comes back a 9.8. Oh, you know this one. This was the only issue that he had. it was in, he has one bin in that section that's just random independent titles where maybe there was just one issue, or he only has the one issue, or they're from a really small press publisher, so he kind of has some of them separated. And that's where I found this one. But this looks great. I love the look at it. I love the look of it, rather. It starts off, first of all, that's really nice. Prologue. I should say, written and illustrated by James A. Owen, 1992. Taliesin Press, South Alma School, number 119, Mesa, Arizona. Starts off with some text, looks like some handwritten letters before we jump into our story. And look at this. It's a lot of black on that page, man. Look at that. Ah, okay. Fantasy novel writer nowadays. There you go. And last but certainly not least, Adam and Eve AD. This first issue, Jerry Ordway and Kevin Eastman doing the cover from BAM Productions. BAM. So issues number 1 and 2, there's an ad for an issue 3. Yeah, there we go. What mortals these fools be. I didn't see it in the bins. Who knows if it actually came out. But this cover is what drew me to picking this up. And the interiors don't disappoint either. So again, oh, look at this. Bill Murray, publisher. BAM Productions. 1985 on this one here. A little bit of a write-up. A set. So is it more than just 2 issues there, Colin? And do they sell for insane money on eBay? Yeah, it looks great though. So thanks very much to Dan at Mad Cat. And then here's issue number 2 with some shout outs to Smile distributors. Here's a free plug. USA, Bud Plant, Capital City, etc. Canada, Now and Then Books, and 10 issues. Holy shit. And then good old Styx Comics in Winnipeg, Manitoba, with a P.O. box there. Andromeda Publications, Mullet Book and Periodical in Burlington, Ontario. Huh. It's a name I don't think I've heard before. And then one distributor, Titan, of course, in London, England. 10 issues. Wow. Wow. Surprises the shit out of me. Yeah, it's good looking stuff. Again, very intrigued by all of this stuff. There you have it. That's the stack of books. As I was saying before, thanks very much to Dan Hall if he ends up watching this. I'm glad he got some magazines that he wanted. And I'm glad to share the wealth with the other comic shops and bookstores in town. Thanks very much, everybody. So tomorrow we're going to do the chat. I'm going to talk to the gang and see if they want to do it an hour early, because my day tomorrow is wide open. So keep an eye out. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Rasa is going to do it on her channel. So if you haven't subscribed to her, make sure you subscribe to La Rasa. You can find the links to her channels and everybody's channels on previous chats, especially Damien's. Okay, thanks.